Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we're going to experiment. We need some pages for our signatures for the Folio project. And I'm just calling this Rhoda's Challenge because I didn't know what else to call it. So if you guys have a better name, let me know. But for now, we're going with Rhoda's Challenge. Okay, so you'll see I have a bunch of stencils here. And I just have a variety of like some damask stencils, some, I don't know, just some different designs. I don't know if I'll use this one. But anyway, and you can see that there are other colors on these. Well, I think it's paint. I'm pretty sure it's paint. And then like the archival ink, some of the inks don't come off and it could be paint. I don't really know. Clearly, I'm not very good at cleaning my stencils, but we already know this. We talked about this in Pretty Patchwork. So we're gonna play. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. If you're a returning subscriber, you guys know how much I love you and appreciate you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. We are going to work on getting some designs on pages for this journal. I just said that, okay? So yes, I'm repeating myself. I'm trying to think my way through what I'm doing. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Who am I kidding? All right, so let's just see. I'm just trying to pull out some of these stencils that, like, why do those need to be in the Christmas stuff? Anyway, did I just hit the arm? I think I just hit the arm. I apologize. This is one of my favorite stencils, but I'm not going to use it in this. Okay, so what we're going to do is, look what I have. Boom, and look what a perfect color match it is to our colors. So, I got this for the 12 Days of Christmas gifts, and I didn't end up opening this one. What I had done was put a little bit of RIT powder in bottles so that people could add water to them and make sprays out of them. Sorry, I'm distracted. Anyway, so that's not what we're going to do today, though. I have this salt or pepper shaker that I picked up at an I don't know, yard sale or something. I don't know, but it's for this purpose. I'm going to put a little bit of dye in the shaker and spray my pages with water and lay stencils on them and see what kind of results we get. I have not done this yet. I have no idea what it's going to do. I'm assuming we're going to get some transfer off stencils of colors that I've left on there or not cleaned them well enough, so they're on there. I don't care about that. I like the unexpected results that we get with that, so it doesn't bother me. I know some people are fanatical about cleaning their stencils. I'm not. So I'm going to set these to the side for right now. I do have a piece of parchment on my table. I don't really know if that's going to be enough. I don't intend to get these pages like super, super wet, so hopefully it will be okay. Now, you'll see I have some scraps here. The sun just came out. I can't do anything about the angle of the sun and the shadow. I apologize. I don't have a curtain on the top of this window on purpose, and that's part of it. But even in the other room, I would get sun on the table, and it is what it is. So hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. If it does, I apologize. But I'm not going to cover my window. I want to be able to see out the top of it. I do have a curtain on the bottom half just for privacy, but okay, so this one's got blue at the top of it already. It's just letterhead, no, stationery, letterhead. What's the word? I don't know. Letterhead. I don't know. Anyway, like if you put a formal letter out at work and you mail it out to people, it's that kind of paper. Anyway, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm kind of in a weird space this morning, so. This was just a piece of paper that I have that design stamped. I must have been stamping off with my ink pad, ink block. I don't know why I would have stamped on both sides, but I did, and we're just going to use that. I have some index card here, some scraps, an envelope, couple of doilies. I don't know where I did with the rest of the doilies, but anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do is get this. Oh, maybe I did open this one. Maybe it's the other one I didn't open. I had bought two colors. And I thought that I did the blue, but obviously I did the teal. Maybe I did them both. I don't remember. Christmas in July stuff was done. When did I do that? Last October, I think I did. Because I mailed them the presents, and then everybody was like, I don't know if I can wait till Christmas to open these. And I was like, well, you better, because I'm not sending more boxes. Like one person had to hide their box in the closet so that she wouldn't open it and open her presents. I was like, really? I mean, they're wrapped, but... And I know I did mail them early, but I had to because I wasn't hauling those boxes in the RV when we left in November. So I did have the box with the burlesque journal that I hauled until we got our name drawn. I never did show you guys the journal that I got. It is such a cool design. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, come on. Now this is fabric dye. So like this is happening and I'm wearing a, I don't know, a poopy shirt. It's just an old shirt, so it's fine if I get stuff on it. This is giving me fits. I'm just trying to open this up enough that we can get, there we go. Maybe it'll come out easier now. I had that locked down tight so it wouldn't leak out all in my bag here. Okay, not a little bit more. Okay, maybe a little more. I don't know how much to do because I haven't done this yet. So we're gonna learn together. And my pages are already coffee dyed with the exception of this one with the scripty stamp on it. So if they're not coffee dyed and you want to do coffee dye, I would say just have a bottle of coffee dye or maybe dip them in your coffee and then do this. I really don't know. And it might work better if I was just doing this on freshly dyed paper. I don't know. I have not done this before. Woo. Whoa, hey. So we're going to learn together. All right, just get my lid on there. Hey, are you going to go on there? Oh, it's broken. Oh, it's split. So can't tighten that too much because that silver top is split. Might be why I got it in a sale. Okay, so I'm going to start with the larger pieces, I think. And this music paper is coffee dyed. It's just not super dark. You know what? I really don't want that in the floor when I'm done with this. So let's just spray this a little bit with water. I'm going to lay this down. We're going to spray this a little bit with water. And we're going to gently shake some granules on there. Oh, you know what would have been cool? Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just okay. I got that. It's going to go everywhere. Probably this is an outside project. So let's say don't do what Jody's doing and do this outside. But I can't carry all this outside. And I am not asking Mark to do it for me. He's actually helping. Oh, that's going to be a cool color. Look how pretty. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys can see that. That's so pretty. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. So then let's do I want to do a stencil in there? Let's just do it. Make a decision. Decision made. Okay. Now I want to do just a piece of coffee dyed paper. And I'm going to smush that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to just make decisions here. And I'm not in a decision-making mood, actually. So I thought this would be more mindless than it is, but not so much. Okay, so then I'm going to just keep going here with some stencils, like so. And maybe like this one on this side. Boy, I don't know, you guys. Why am I like, I'm nervous. I'm like scared about what I'm doing. Now I will say I probably will wash my stencils really well after this because I probably don't want transfer. I mean, I might want transfer. I don't know. And I don't even know if this is going to work. But this is a beautiful color dye. Okay. You know what? It's only paper. And we don't know if we don't try, right? And we don't learn if we don't try. Isn't that what I say? So I need to take my own advice. And I just don't know how much to use. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. And I don't know how long to make this sit either. Probably longer than I'm going to have the patience for. Because I have zero patience today. Zero. Mark is like, are you okay today? And I'm like, nope. If I'm going to do this design, I want it to be like, yeah, like that maybe. Okay. I'm just thinking in terms of like paper gets folded and it's like in the signature on your page, this stencil isn't quite big enough. And that's okay. But it could be like 2 different designs. I should probably be wearing gloves for this. My friend and I were just talking yesterday about like wearing masks and stuff with our projects or wearing gloves for things. And we were both like, well, I'm really bad about it. I am really bad about it. I should definitely wear more protective gear when I'm doing projects. I have no idea what weight this paper is. I'm pretty sure this is not paper that I have dyed because the coffee is just brushed on. And typically I dip my coffee dyed paper when I coffee dye. I mean, you guys have seen me do that. Oh, I'm gonna get this on me. That's all right. Typically I dip and then make a big mess. And I'm trying to not dye any paper right now. I'm trying to use up papers that are already dyed, and regardless of weight, I still have, I mean, I have paper that I dyed when I first was learning to dye and didn't understand about the different paper weights. So I'm trying to utilize those pieces as like backing papers or even collage papers because, ooh, let's try this mask. I got this for my 12 days of Christmas gift, and it's so cool, and I've only used it once. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not quite sure I understand it. It's sticky, so hopefully this won't mess that up. Hopefully. I don't think that's gonna work. I think I should have done the mask before I sprinkled the dye on. So, hang on that. Pause. Put a pin in that idea for a second. All right, let's do this like this. Okay, and then let's do another one on the other side here. Let's do this one. I love the stencil too. Some of these are just my go-tos, you know? I just love them. Okay, so then let's do a piece of ledger paper. Get some color on that. Now where these are touching, I hope they don't stick together, and they may try to. I don't really know if they're, I mean, I'm sure they're going to try to stick together. I don't even know why I said I don't know if they're going to, because they're going to. All right, so I'm just going to keep doing this, and then I'm going to let them dry. I just did it again. I need to make a, oh, well, that was not smart, really. I need to make a Mother's Day card for my mother-in-law, and I have to fix a pair of knee pads for Mark, or attempt to fix them. They are not, the Velcro's shot on them, so he wants me to sew a button on them, which I don't think is going to be very comfortable for him, but it's what he asked me to do. So I've got to do that too. those are things I can get done maybe while this dries. Oh, I forgot it was her birthday. Oops. Facebook just gave me a notification. All right. So, I need more like big stencils. I don't have that many big stencils. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. So everything has water, a little bit of ink on it, or dye. I mean, not ink, but dye. I mopped up just a little bit along the edges. I don't have any idea what this is gonna do. And the way this color is like super vibrant, I'm not even sure that this is gonna work for this project. So I'm not going to do any more. What I am going to just try to set this aside to dry, so that way I can work on a card for Mom and work on those knee pads for Mark, and clean up really well, I think, because I have water here. I got water on a sticker, a vintage beer label that I'm like, ugh, did not mean to do that. So hopefully that won't ruin that beer label. Anyway, so I'm just going to try to gently move this and hope I don't dump it all over the carpet and get in trouble. But we didn't replace the carpet in this room for that very reason. I said, I don't want new carpet in here, because if I make a mess on the floor, I'm not getting in trouble on brand new carpet. So, okay, we'll be back and see how this dries. Okay, it's the next morning, and I did film a clip yesterday, but apparently it did not save. Oh, so frustrated. It's my fault. I didn't push the button to save it, so totally on me. But let me show you what this does, or what this did. I was so excited too, like super excited, like a little kid. So I had already, these were already coffee dyed papers, and look what happened. This stencil is the stencil that I had laid on here. I didn't do this on purpose. This reactivated the coffee when I sprayed it. So that is a really, really neat effect that I was not anticipating. You can also see the color difference. What was exposed to the air is darker than what was not exposed to the air. So the darker bits are what the air was able to hit. I always find that interesting when I am coffee dyeing, because my top layer is always my darkest layer. So I'm trying to peel off as they dry, just peel them off so that the air can get to those under layers. So I'm sure this summer I will dye more paper, because I'm trying to use what I already have dyed, and my supply is getting lower. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, this was already coffee dyed. This was done from my, oh, there go my crutches, from my stencil. So because I uncovered it and allowed it to sit, and then the air was on it, so it did this to it. So that is such a cool piece. Same with this. This is a coffee dyed ledger from the 1800s, 1871, that my friend sent me, and I wanted to use it because I love ledgers. You can't even really see the pencil markings on it, but it's just such a cool eclectic piece. But again, I'll stop saying it, but I did this. This was just coffee dyed ledger when she sent it to me. And I love how this flourish kind of did under this stencil. It is so pretty. Like, as I was uncovering this yesterday, I was just having such a wonderful time. Now that I've said that, I will circle back too. This was part of what was in the clip that I apparently didn't say. This is not the right color. This is going to be beautiful and probably go into the bin for mermaid journal stuff, because these colors lend themselves to mermaid. I can see some of the teal nuance in there, so I'm thinking I may have to actually use this with water and dilute it, and then maybe just spray or brush it on some pages, because this color is way too vibrant for this particular journal. But I'm not sad that I played with the dye, and it was a wonderful experiment. And this is not gritty or grainy or anything. Like, it's dried, it's in the paper. So yeah, super cool. And that one went all the way through, which is a really, really neat. Really, really neat. Okay, and so this is where I stopped uncovering yesterday. I went downstairs and pretty much didn't come back up because I ran out of gas. I just didn't have it in me to come back up the stairs. So I don't know if these are even, so those, there's a little bit on the edge there, but not so much. A little bit on this edge, but this wasn't coffee dyed at all. Oh, now it's showing in the back from this one. Okay, but that wasn't coffee dyed. That's just vintage paper. And then these are probably still wet. Not too bad. And again, not too much transfer of design on that. There's a little bit of nuance there. Oops. Well, I guess we're picking that up, aren't we? Okay, nothing there. Oh, that one did. Oh, and I got some color transfer. There's some purple in there. And that is, I think that's paint. So that's interesting that the pigment from the paint transferred. Wow, I'm not surprised. Okay, so now we're into damp pages again because I didn't come back up here and uncover these like I should have. They're still damp, but that's okay. I'm going to just uncover all of these and allow them to dry. I love this piece. Oh my gosh, this is gonna make such a cool page. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. I love that. Oh, okay. Shouldn't have picked that up, but that's okay. But this is going to be a beautiful piece just folded in half with those designs. See that? It's reactivated that coffee. And this one's got that really cool kind of flourish in the background. All right, so I don't think I'm going to be able to line this back up. I mean, maybe. Yes, I can. All right, I am going to fiddle with this and line it back up. Hopefully, and then let this dry while I go take a shower and stuff, and then I'll come back. I'm just gonna end this video here actually because we know that it is not going to work for this particular journal. So, but it is a wonderful, wonderful thing to just play with your bits, play with your stuff and see what happens. Kind of like a mad scientist experiment. I love it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.